Hello students, as you are observing on board, today we are going to discuss our new topic circles. In this topic, we discuss more from the last class, that is the class 6. As we know that in case of circle we have different terms. So in brief I am going to revise those terms so that you can recall the concept, and then we move to the new topic of this chapter. So let's start. As we know, circle is a figure which is equidistance from a point known as your circle. This is not a perfect circle, it's look like oval. So let me draw once again. Now this looks like circle, it's not perfect circle, but this looks like circle. So this circle is equidistant from a fixed point known as your center. We give it name O. So O is a center of a circle. From O, if you draw a point towards the circumference and up to the circumference, this line segment OP is known as your radius. This OP is known as your radius. Radius is denoted, OP is your radius. Clear? And generally radius defined by small r. So this is your radius r. Then if we extend this radius to this side, this one is also a radius, but OP and OQ both are radius, but PQ is your diameter represented by D, and this diameter PQ is just double the radius. So we can easily write down this D is 2R, double the radius. Hope this one is clear to you. Now move to the next part. Any line segment which joins 2 points of the circumference and pass interior region of the circle is known as your chord. This is your chord. Any one line. Clear? This is your chord. So in this case, this line is chord. This may pass from everywhere interior region, from one circumference to other circumference. Okay. Now, if you see this diameter PQ is also a chord, and this diameter is always remember diameter is the largest chord. Diameter is the largest chord. Hope this thing is clear to you. Diameter is the largest chord. And this is your semicircle part, or this is your semicircle part, which divided by the diameter. Hope this thing is clear. Now there is an arc on the circumference. The circumference bounded by 2 points is known as your arc. Clear? This one is your arc. Now come to the regarding chord. If a chord divides circle into 2 parts, then each part is known as your segment. Each part is known as your segment. Let me rub this part. You already understand. Now this part or this part, both parts are known as segment. This is also your arc. They are of two types, major arc, minor arc. Major means largest one, this is your major as name defined. This is your minor, means smaller. Similarly, this arc is major arc and this arc is a minor arc. That you understand. Now the area bounded by two radii and one arc is known as sector. This one also, though it's a minor arc, so it's a minor sector. Clear? This is your minor sector, and this one from here to here, this is a major arc, so internal part is your major sector. Hope this thing is clear. You must know the difference, meaning of major and minor everywhere, in case of arc, in case of segment, in case of sector. Now next one is your secant. Now here I can draw the secant. If a line, not the line segment, if line segment is there, then it's a chord. If a line cuts the circle into two parts, that line is known as your secant. Secant, secant, secant. Now, if this thing has occurred, and if a line just touches the circumference of a circle at one point, this type of line is known as your tangent. This type of line is known as tangent, and this actually touches the point at a point, touches the circle at a point, sorry. This tangent touches the circle at a point, circumference of circle at a point. Hope this clears you. Now in this chapter we only discuss some property of tangent. Clear? So let's start. Now we are going to discuss about important properties of tangent. The very first property is if a line is a tangent to a circle, likewise it actually not touches. Let me draw the line. No, it's perfect. If a line tangent to a circle at a point, then radius at this point is always perpendicular to the tangent. This is your one of the theorem or one of the important things. Suppose OP is a radius. Clear? And if this M is a line, this M is a line, so always remember OP must be perpendicular to line M, must be perpendicular to line M, that is your tangent. This one is clear to you. If a line M is a tangent which touches a circle at point P, then radius at point P, that is your OP, is always perpendicular to the tangent M. Hope this thing is clear to you. The next part says that from outside the point, outside a point, suppose this is a outside point A. Clear? From outside a point, we can draw only two tangent to a circle. Only two tangent to a circle. This one and this one. Only two tangent can be drawn from a point outside the circle. From inside it is not possible to draw the tangent. Tangent we can draw from outside the circle. So hope this thing is clear to you. Now our next part is angle in a semicircle. What is the meaning of angle in a semicircle? Let me discuss on this figure also, only because it is difficult to draw each time the circle by using freehand. Suppose this is your diameter of a circle. Clear? So these two are semicircle because this is a diameter. It passes through the center O. Clear? So angle made by end point of the diameter is, and with the circumference, is known as your angle on a circle. Angle on a semicircle likewise. All these are angle on a semicircle. All these, suppose diameter is PQ, so PQR, PQS, PQT means PRQ, PSQ or PTQ. Each angles are known as your angle in a semicircle, and always remember that value of angles in a semicircle is equals to 90 degree. Means what? Angle PRQ is equals to angle PSQ is equals to angle PTQ. All these are known as angle in semicircle. Angle in semicircle, and the value of this is always equals to 90 degree. Hope these three are the concept or important properties of tangent. We are going to use this to solve the sum of the chapter. So let's start. Okay, I am having my book which is running in this school. It's the S-Chan books that we are having. In this exercise 31, question number 1 to 6, it's a little bit easiest one. You can solve it by yourself. They are objective questions, they are construction type questions. You have to draw the circles and all these things. So all of you try to solve by yourself. I am going to solve only the question part, that is questions of tangent, so that you can easily understand the concept of tangent. So we start from question number 7. The first question says that in the given figure below, PT is a tangent to the circle of with center O. So suppose we have a circle, O with center O, and there is a tangent there is a tangent, name it PT. Clear? No, it's PT. With the point we touch, it's a PT, and we have a diameter it's not like look like the diameter, it's a little bit curvy one, please avoid it. It's a diameter. PQ is a diameter, and there is an angle in a semicircle, this one. Value of this angle is given to you. It says that angle RPT equals to 40 degree. This one is equals to 40 degree. Then question says find PQR. Question says that find PQR, this angle. Okay. As we know that angles in semicircle is equals to 90 degree. Value of this is 40 degree. It means what? As we know that OP is always perpendicular to tangent. So in this case we can write down now OP perpendicular to tangent PT. Clear? So angle QPT equals to 90 degree, you can say, or you can say QP is perpendicular to PT, though it's a diameter. So angle QPT equals to 90 degree, and this QPT is equals to QPR plus angle RPT equals to 90 degree. We don't know the value of QPR, so find out the value of QPR plus 40 degree equals to 90 degree. Angle QPR equals to 90 minus 40, it's a 50 degree. Clear? It's an angle about QPR. Now we can easily find out the value of PQR. So come to the next part. In triangle PRQ, we know this angle is 50. This is your angle PRQ, angle PRQ plus angle RQP or PQR plus angle QPR equals to 180 degree. Now PRQ, we know PRQ is 90 degree plus PQR we don't know, so angle PQR plus 50 degree equals to 180 degree. Angle PQR equals to 180 degree minus 140 degree equals to 40 degree equals to 40 degree. This is your answer. Hope this thing is clear to you. Move to the next question. As you are observing on left hand side of the screen, there is a figure. In this figure we have some values. In this case we have angle is X, angle 55, angle 42, angle A. Question says that find the size of each lettered angle. So first give the name. It's already given, so you give PQ, and this one is R, this one is S. Now we have to find out the lettered angle. So we divide this into two different figure, or we divide into semicircle. So in first figure, in triangle PQR, we know that angle RPQ, angle RPQ plus angle PQR, angle PQR plus angle PRQ, it is 180 degree because angles of a triangle. But we know that angle RPQ means this one is 42 degree plus angle PQR, it's A, plus angle PRQ, it's a 90 degree because it's an angle in semicircle. Now therefore we can say A equals to 180 minus 132 degree. It's 8, and now it's a 7 minus 3, 48 degree. So we have the value of A. Now come to the next part. In this case, in triangle PSQ, similarly we can find out in triangle PSQ what we know. We know that the value of angle PSQ plus value of angle PQS plus value of angle QPS equals to 180 degree. We know the value of all the values. PSQ, it's a right angle triangle because its angle in semicircle equals to 90 degree. We discussed this is equals to 55 degree. This is equals to X P QPS, this one QPS, this one. Now you can easily find out the value of 180 degree. So X equals to 180 minus 145, it's a 35 degree. Hope this thing is clear to you. Now move to the next question. Now we have another figure. In this figure we have some related angle XYZ, one right angle on the diameter from the circumference, and there is another angle 32 degree. Question says that find out the related angle, and this clear. This is the last question of this video. All of you see the video, see the concept very carefully and try to solve all the questions given in your exercise. Now come to this part. We first give the name. So this time A, B, C, D. Now we have two triangle ADC and another triangle BDC. So if we start from this triangle, this one, in triangle BDC, we have the value of 32 x 90. So we can easily write down 32 degree plus x plus 90 equals to 180. I am not writing the statement, you have to write the statement. I simply put the values only. 180 minus, it's a 122, it's a 58 degree. Clear? This is the value of x is 58 degree. Now come to the point this side in triangle ADC. Before we start, we know that ACB is the angle of ACB, this one, angle in semicircle. So we can easily write down angle ACB equals to 90 degree. But we know that value of angle ACB from the figure, it's x plus y. So x plus y equals to 90 degree. Y equals to 90. The value of x is 58. So it's a 32 degree. Clear? Now we have the value of y. Come to this triangle. In triangle ADC, we know the value of this angle is also right angle. So y plus z plus 90 equals to 180 degree. We know the value of y, it's a 32 degree plus z plus 90 degree equals to 180 degree. Therefore z equals to 180 minus 122, it's a 58 degree. Now we have the values of all the questions. Okay, so now I'm going to end the video. All of you must try to solve all the questions by yourself. Some objective questions are there, that's why I'm not going to discuss this one. You can easily understand those questions. That's all for today. Thank you.